Welcome, my dear learners, for this course on turbo machines. In this module 5, we were discussing about centrifugal pumps and centrifugal compressors. So far we have solved general analysis of centrifugal pumps. Continuing our discussion on problems on general analysis of centrifugal pumps, I am giving the solution in this lecture series for the question bank which I have attached to the link given in the description. Kindly click on the link given in the description below this video to get access to the question bank. For that question bank, we are discussing the solution. Continuing our discussion, the problem number 6 states that a centrifugal pump delivers water against a head of 25 meters. The radial velocity of flow is 3.5 meters per second and is constant. The flow rate of water is 0.05 meter cube per second. The blades are radial at tip and pumps runs at 1500 rpm. Determine diameter at tip, width of blade at tip, inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit. So let's solve this problem. The problem number 6 has the data. The centrifugal pumps delivers water against a head of 25 meters. That is, he has specified manometric head which is 25 meters HM. The radial velocity of flow is constant, so therefore Vf1 is equal to Vf2 are all equal to Vf, which is 3.5 meters per second. The flow rate of water, that is discharge Q, is specified as 0.05 meter cube per second. The blades are radial at tip, radial vanes. For radial vanes, beta 2 is 90 degree, very important. And pumps runs at 1500 rpm, a specified N, which is 1500 rpm. Determine diameter at tip, that is D2, diameter of the impeller or vane at tip. Then width of blade at tip, B2. Inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit. Is asking inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit. So, as I said, diffuser is nothing but fixed vanes or nozzles. Whatever we are speaking 1 and 2 are with reference to blade. 1 is inlet for blade, vane or for impeller. 2 is exit of impeller. As we all know, the exit of nozzle, starter or a fixed blade is inlet for vanes. So therefore, as we all know, if I recall the terminologies, we have, let us say, starter like this. So exit of starter is inlet for blade. After discharge, it will move for next set of rows. So here we have diffuser, here you have impeller. Now he is asking inlet diffuser angle. So this is exit of the diffuser, exit angle of the diffuser is alpha 1. So this is inlet of the diffuser. Here we have alpha 2. So inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit. This is exit of impeller, this is inlet of impeller. See here, at the inlet of impeller we have exit diffuser angle. At the exit of impeller we have inlet diffuser angle. What he is asking is inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit. So he is asking to find the value of alpha 2. So let us solve this problem. So therefore he is specifying to find the value of alpha 2. Now coming for solution of this problem, we have, since blade are radial, the velocity triangle is radial means velocity triangle. Velocity triangle for the problem is radial vanes. Beta 2 is 90 degree. I should use this combination of velocity triangle for this problem. Very important. Now let us solve one by one. He has not specified the value of manometric efficiency, or he has not asked us to calculate the value of manometric efficiency. So therefore I should assume the manometric efficiency as 100% by neglecting the losses. So very important note to recall, since manometric efficiency is not given and also not asked to calculate, assume eta mano as 100%. That is, we are neglecting the losses, head losses. So therefore, we know that eta mano is equal to GHM by VU to U2. A careful observation is that for radial veins, VU2 is equal to U2. So therefore, this expression will become GHM by U2 square. So if I substitute and solve, 1 is equal to 9.81 into head is 25 meters divided by U2 square. So therefore, I will get the value of U2 as 9.81 into 25, root of answer 15.66 meters per second. Now I can find the value of D2, because we know that U2 is equal to by D2 N by 60. So you know U2, N is also given, so find the value of D2. So if I do that, I will get pi into alpha x into N is 1500 rpm by 60. If I solve, I will get the value of D2 as 0.199 meters. That is, D2 is nearly equal to 20 centimeters. So we have found out the value of D2 also. Now he is asking to calculate the value of B2. Since we know discharge and flow velocity, we can find the value of B2 by using discharge equation through the impeller. So therefore, using the discharge equation, Q is equal to pi D2 B2 Bf. So therefore, if I substitute the values, I will get the value of B2. Q is given 0.05, which is equal to pi into D2 is calculated as 0.199 into B2 is the unknown. Flow velocity is given as 3.5 meter per second. So therefore, if I solve, I will get the value of width of the blade at tip as 0.05 divided by pi into 0.199 into 3.5, that is 0.0229 meters. That is 2.3 centimeters is the width of the vein at tip. Now ultimately, to find the inlet diffuser angle at impeller exit alpha 2, just use tan alpha 2. So if I use tan alpha 2, I will get tan alpha 2 is equal to Bf2 by U2. So therefore, alpha 2 is equal to tan inverse of Bf2 is 3.5 divided by U2 is 15.66. Alpha 2 is 12.6 degrees. So this is the solution for problem number 6. Let me pause this video for a while. so that people can copy it down. Later we will solve problem number 7. Next, moving for problem number 7, states that a centrifugal pump impeller has radial vanes from inner radius of 8 cm to outer radius of 24 cm. The width of the impeller is constant and is 6 cm between the struts. If the speed is 1500 rpm and the discharge is 250 liters per second, find change in enthalpy. The outlet pressure, if the inlet pressure is 0.8 kilopascals and water flow output. Let me list out the data given for problem number 7. We have a centrifugal pump impeller as radial vanes. So since it is radial vanes, I should use radial vane velocity triangle, that is beta 2 is 90 degrees. Now he has specified the inner radius R1 as 8 centimeter, so therefore B1 will become 16 centimeter, which is 0.16 meters, and given as R2 is 24 centimeters, so therefore B2 is 48 centimeter, which is 0.48 meters. The width of the impeller is constant, that is B1 is equal to B2, which is equal to B, which is 6 centimeter between the struts, that is 0.06 meters. If the speed is 1500 rpm, N is given as 1500. Discharge Q is 250 liters per second. You know the conversion from liter to meter cube. You should raise 10 to the power of minus 3. 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meter cube or 1000 cc. So therefore this will be equal to 0.25 meter cube per second. Find change in enthalpy, which is nothing but work done per kg. And second one, outlet pressure P2 if P1 is 0.8 kilopascals. Let us solve this problem. Now, to solve this problem, I should use radial vane velocity triangle. So these two I should use. Coming for the solution, the velocity triangle is radial vanes velocity triangle. So copy down that velocity triangle here. Now let us solve the problem. We know D1 and D2 and N. So find U1 and U2. U1 is pi D1 0.16. N is 1500 by 60. U2 is pi 0.48 into 1500 by 60. The value of U1 is pi into 0.16 into 1500 by 60, which is turning out to be 12.57 meters per second, whereas U2 is pi into 0.48 into 1500 by 60, which is turning out to be 37.7 meters per second. We have found out the value of U1 and U2. That is enough to solve the problem, because change in enthalpy is VU to U2 by GC, but for radial vanes VU2 is equal to U2. Hence, the change in enthalpy will be R work absorbed per kg is nothing but delta H is equal to VU2 U2 by GC. For radial vanes it will become U2 square by GC, because for radial vanes VU2 is equal to U2. Hence delta H for this problem is u2 square, which is turning out to be 1421.22 joules per kg, which is 1.42 kilojoules per kg. Now to calculate P2, first let us find the pressure rise delta P. We know pressure rise delta P is nothing but density into change in enthalpy. So density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube into change in enthalpy is 1421.22. So therefore change in pressure will be 1421.223 pascals. So now he is asking us to calculate the value of P2, that is P2 minus P1 is delta P. I want the value of P2. P1 is 0.8 kPa, which is nothing but 0.8 into 1000, which is 800. 800 pascals, which is equal to 1421.223. So therefore P2 will be equal to 1422.023 pascals, which is equal to 1422 kilopascals. So this is the solution for problem number 7. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will solve problem number 8. Next, moving for problem number 8. Problem number 8 states that the internal and external diameters of the impeller of a centrifugal pump are 200 millimeters and 400 millimeters respectively. Pump is running at 1200 rpm. The vane angle of impeller at inlet is 20 degrees. Water enters the impeller radially and the velocity of flow is constant. Calculate the work done by the impeller per kg of water for beta 2 is equal to 30 degrees, beta 2 is equal to 90 degrees and beta 2 is equal to 100 degrees. Let us list out the data first for problem number 8. The data given are the internal and external diameters are specified, that is D1 is 200 millimeters and D2 is 400 millimeters. Pump is running at 1200 rpm, N is specified, which is 1200. The vane angle of impeller at inlet is 20 degrees. Impeller inlet angle beta 1, which is 20 degrees. Water enters impeller radially, that is alpha 1 is 90 degree. It is default for centrifugal pumps. The velocity of flow is constant. Vf1 is equal to Vf2 is equal to Vf, which is not given, we should find it out. Calculate work done per kg of impeller. So find out work done per kg for beta 2 is equal to 30 degrees, beta 2 is equal to 90 degrees and for beta 2 is equal to 100 degrees. Let us solve this problem. Coming for solution, first let us take up the backward curved vane. We should solve for all the three cases: backward curved, radial vane and forward curved vane. But the problem is straightforward and it is very simple. First, if you observe the inlet velocity triangle, it is common for all the three. So therefore, analyze the inlet velocity triangle first. So coming for the solution from inlet velocity triangle, he has given the value of beta 1. We can determine the value of u1 by using d1. So first you find the value of u1 and u2. u1 will be pi into 0.2 into n is 1200 by 60. u2 will be pi into 0.4 into 1200 by 60. So u1 and u2 are pi into 0.2 into 1200 by 60. u1 is 12.57 meters per second and u2 is 25.13 meters per second. So therefore we know the value of beta 1. Use tan beta 1. Tan beta 1 is equal to df1 by u1 from inlet velocity triangle. Hence I will get the value of df1 as tan of beta 1 is 20 degrees into u1 is 12.57. So df1 is 4.58 meter per second. This is equal to df2 because he has clearly stated flow velocity is constant. So now I can solve for all the three vanes. Now we know that work done per kg is du2 u2 by gc. Coming for case 1, for beta 2 is equal to 30 degrees from backward curved vane. Use the velocity triangle of backward curved vane. You people should draw backward curved vane here, and you know the value of vu2. So vu2 is given by u2 minus bf2 cot beta 2. So therefore vu2 will be, u2 is known to us 25.13 minus bf is constant 4.58 into 1 divided by tan of beta 2 is 30 degrees given. So vu2 is 17.197 meters per second. So therefore I will get work done per kg as u2 by gc. u2 is 17.197, u2 is 25.13 by gc is 1. So therefore the answer is 432 joules per kg. So this is the work done by impeller for beta 2 is equal to 30 degrees. Now coming for beta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. It is for radial vanes. We should redraw radial vane outlet velocity triangle. For this you people already know vu2 is equal to u2. So therefore work done per kg is u2 square by gc. u2 is 25.13 square by gc is 1. So therefore work done per kg is 25.13 square, that is 631.5 joules per kg. Coming for finally for third one, that is for beta 2 is equal to 100 degrees for forward curved vane. You people already know that for forward curved vane vu2 is u2 plus bf2 cot of 180 degree minus beta 2. You should redraw this velocity triangle and use the relation. You have vu2 is equal to u2 plus VF2 of cot of 180 degree minus beta 2. So therefore VU2 will be, U2 is 25.13 plus VF2 is constant, that is 4.58 into 1 divided by tan of 180 minus 100 beta 2. So if I solve, I'll get the answer as VU2 is 25.94 meters per second. So therefore work done per kg will be VU2 into U2 is 25.13, that is 651.8 joules per kg. So the observation is impeller work is maximum for forward curved wing, minimum for backward curved wing, and it is intermediate for radial wings. So this is the solution for problem number 8. In our next lecture, I will take up problems on multi-stage centrifugal pumps.